Hello everybody and welcome back to Klondike After Hours, your source for all the recent Club Penguin Army news. I am your host, Lady Eden, and I'm delighted to say that this week was action-packed, so let us not waste any time and get right into the news. Kicking off this week's events, we saw a new army emerge. The Kanye West Army, founded by former Water Vikings leader Raven, graced the army community with its presence on November the 9th. Following an opening event which saw a max of 1, the army held 6 events within one day, signalling their dedication to the infamous, or rather famous rapper. I'll let you decide that one. Next up, following their success in the Club Penguin Army Olympics earlier this year, the Army of Club Penguin decided to host their own version alongside the Water Vikings. Dubbed the Ragnarok Olympics, the week-long competition saw events such as themed practice battles, and contests in minigames such as Hydro Hopper and Kart Surfer. The Olympics concluded with a score of 5-1-4 in favour of the Clovers, with them being crowned the champions once more. Next up, we saw the return of one of the top leaders of the People's Imperial Confederation. Renowned army veteran Alucard made his triumphant return to Pick on November the 8th, following an unban from Club Penguin Army Battlegrounds, allowing him to lead to his fullest potential. Known for leading Pick to 3 back-to-back tournament wins, as well as their stints as a major army, Alucard will surely help stabilise the army. Moving along, this week saw one of the most well-known small-medium armies celebrate their 1-year anniversary. The Fire Vikings were founded on November the 16th of 2024, by Yellow Typer, and since then through several shutdowns and reopenings, have been a staple of the community. Despite facing challenges such as defacements, Typer thanked all of those who had worked effortlessly for the army until now. Following their previous war in August, the Void Troops once more are engaged in conflict with the Templars. On November the 16th, VT launched their second Divine Reckoning War, citing a refusal for a server trade as their reasoning. The war would quickly develop, with armies such as Pick, the Romans and the Dark Warriors getting involved. As of now, the conflict is still ongoing, with tensions high, and the community are eager to see who will come out victorious. Recently, controversy broke out within the Elite Guardians due to accusations of abuse of power, unprofessionalism, manipulation and much more. These accusations were lodged by Shadow Legionaries leader Thunder 222, who also dissolved the alliance between the two armies, declaring EGCP as an enemy of SL. In response to these accusations, EGCP released 2 posts, one by the leadership and another by army legends Cobra and Kuki 2, both refuting the claims made by Thunder. The future is still uncertain for both armies, however hopefully they can resolve this conflict. In more positive news, we saw a new army enter the community this week. The Hog Riders of Club Penguin were founded on November the 16th, led by Escott, Yoni773, Stevos, Sky Dorino, Cloudy, Spin and Pingo. With many familiar faces from armies such as the Water Vikings and the mighty Boxmen of Boxland, the Hog Riders got off to a good start at their opening event, maxing 10 before declaring war on the Fire Vikings. Our penultimate topic reflects the volatility of the Void Troops in recent times. Following leadership changes within the army earlier this month, many expected VT to stay relatively stable for the coming weeks. However, on November the 19th, newly promoted leader Zekrom64 left suddenly, with Army founder Logical explaining he had departed due to personal reasons. Upon his retirement, Zekrom was also inducted into the VT Hall of Fame. We wish him all the best in his future endeavours. Finishing off this week's news, we saw the return of one of the community's oldest armies. The Marines were established back in 2006, recently celebrating their 19th anniversary. However, following half a decade of dormancy, they made their return on November the 15th. Being led by former Marines commander CD9 alongside Shalissa and Miffy. We are sure the Army will achieve great things. In an interview with Club Penguin Armies, Miffy stated that there were no real plans for the Army, and that they would simply just have fun with it. That's all the news for this week, everyone. Stick around to get your top 10 breakdown courtesy of Edu14463 or Edu14463.
Hello everyone, I am Edu4463, and may I say what a fantastic job Lady Eden did with the news recap. Now, let's get into the week's top 10. In first, we see the Rebel Penguin Federation with ACP at second. In third and fourth, we see the Water Vikings and the Void Troops with Aliens at fifth. And at 6th and 7th respectively are the Star Force and the Help Force. And at 8th we see the Templars, who had the biggest rise alongside Weavy. Following the Crusaders we see Pig and the Romans in at 10th. Close to the top 10 we see the Dark Warriors having the biggest drop of 3 spots. The Hog Riders and Fire Vikings are tied for 12th, with SL at 14th. Closing off the list, we see the Marines, SWAT, and the recently revived Scars of Club Penguin at 15th, 16th, and 17th respectively. Thank you very much for tuning in into this week's edition of Klondike After Hours. And as always, if you enjoyed, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Share with a friend, and I hope to see you all again next week.